Hi, friends. So today is August 1st, and tomorrow, August 2nd, is special because my favorite planet, Saturn, will be at opposition. That means it'll be at its biggest and brightest in the sky of the entire year. And I thought I'd explain why that is in just a quick video here. So take a look here. Opposition. What does that mean? It means opposite. So here's the sun, and here is the Earth. And so we are going to zoom out here a bit. So we go past, there's Mars's orbit, there's Jupiter, and there it is. See Saturn at the bottom of the screen. So Sun, Earth, Saturn. When we spin around towards the sun, that's daytime, right? So when we spin around this way at night, look at that. We're in a line. Saturn is opposite to us from the sun. Opposition. You'll notice as a nice bonus treat here that when we spin around at night, look at that. Jupiter is right there as well. And so what that means is that they're actually very close in the sky right now. It's really best to be out a little late to see them. I would suggest at least like 10:30-ish, but you can see them. I was at the beach last night and watching them kind of rise in the east, and it's just cool. They're really close together. Jupiter, you'll notice, look at this. Earth, Jupiter, Jupiter, Saturn. Saturn's about twice as far away from the sun as Jupiter, so it's quite a bit smaller in a telescope and quite a bit less bright. Jupiter is outstanding, and Jupiter was just at opposition not too long ago, so Jupiter's still at its very best. That's why I'm making this video. It's really cool to see them both right now. It's a cool way to start the new school year, too, with these two wonderful planets. And it's a great time to dust off that old telescope of yours, even if it's a small telescope. Let's take a look here at how cool this looks. So look at this. From our perspective here on Earth, and we spin around at night, look at that. So there's Jupiter, there's Saturn. That means that physically in the sky, they're very close together. You'll also notice if you watch planets, they kind of follow each other in a line across the sky. And that includes the moon as well, if the moon is out. The moon wasn't rising until very late last night. But anyway, why is that? Well, that line in the sky is called the ecliptic. And let me explain why. Our solar system is very flat. Okay, when the solar system formed, look at this. It became amazingly flat. All right, amazingly flat. And that line from here to here is called the ecliptic. It's where eclipses occur. That's where the sun and the moon cross paths, in other words. So it's really neat to see how that works. And one last fun thing here. You notice this line here that's off from the others. Like, look at that. It's inclined differently. Let's investigate, shall we? So let's zoom out. Oh, look, there it is. Pluto. So that was one of the things that always made Pluto different from the classical planets, that inclined orbit. But it's normal for objects out in that area that are called that's called the Kuiper Belt. So that's a little fun fact for you. Let me show you one more thing here. Let's find out then, because it seems to me, if I recall last year about this same time, we also had Jupiter and Saturn close together. Are they always close together? Well, let's find out. So what we're going to do is run the animation here. And you'll notice, look at this, Jupiter and Saturn just creeping along. Why? Because they're far from the sun and there's less gravity. They literally move slower and they have a much longer path. But when we zoom in here, look at Mercury flying around there, Venus going pretty. And here we are on Earth. And so we're going to make an entire trip around the sun. In other words, we're going to have a whole year go by here. And then let's just see where Jupiter and Saturn are at about a year from now. I stopped it on August 8th of next year. So you notice, sure, Jupiter's moved along here. Saturn hasn't moved too far, right? It's even farther from the sun. So they're still going to be close together in the sky. But over time, let's take a look here. Let's look at this. So they're going to be more separated year after year for a while. Okay, and eventually they won't be that close together. We'll kind of see them coming out in different months. But for now, we have this wonderful back-to-school treat every year of seeing these two amazing planets in the sky at the same time. So get that telescope, dust it off, and check them out. Thanks for listening.